Joe Gibbs Racing may have more wins on the board, but Hendrick Motorsports is dominating where it actually matters. This isn't just about victory lane. It's about total control. It's about presence, power, precision. While JGR celebrates short-term bursts, HMS is building something far more terrifying, a machine that doesn't just win races, it swallows entire weekends. Look at the standings. Look at the finishes. Look at Kyle Larson slicing through Homestead like he was born for the moment. William Byron leading the points. Alex Bowman resurrected. Chase Elliott lurking in the shadows. 4 drivers. 1 team. All firing at once. This isn't a rivalry anymore. This is a siege. Because the truth is, Joe Gibbs may have claimed a few battles, but Hendrick Motorsports just declared war. And if you think this ends with a trophy, you haven't seen what's coming. Kyle Larson's statement win at Homestead. Kyle Larson didn't just win Homestead, he owned it. From the moment the green flag dropped, the number 5 car was locked in. But it wasn't smooth sailing. Early in the race, Larson dropped back. He admitted it himself, he was frustrated. He wanted to dominate. Instead, he found himself chasing. But that's what makes Larson dangerous. He doesn't crack, he calculates. Then came the moment. Alex Bowman had been leading, running the best race he'd had in over a year. But on lap 261, one slight mistake in turn 2. One brush with the wall, and Larson pounced. In a flash, the number 5 took the lead. From that point forward, it was over. Larson led 124 laps in total, nearly half the race. And when the checkered flag waved, it wasn't just another win for Hendrick. It was a message. The timing? Flawless. The execution? Surgical. The symbolism? Clear. Larson didn't just pass his teammate. He passed the pressure test. He passed the field. He passed the point of no return. This wasn't just redemption for a rocky start to the race. It was a statement that when it counts, Kyle Larson is still the most complete driver in the Cup Series. And here's the scariest part for the rest of the grid. He's just heating up. If that race is any preview of what's coming, NASCAR better buckle up. The standings don't lie. Wins are flashy. Headlines love them. Fans cheer for them. But championships? Championships are built on something more brutal: consistency. And right now, Hendrick Motorsports isn't just consistent. They're relentless. Let's look at the Cup Series standings after 6 races. It's not a coincidence. It's not a fluke. It's the anatomy of domination. First place, William Byron. Second, Kyle Larson. Third, Alex Bowman. 6th, Chase Elliott. That's not one guy carrying the load. That's an entire organization operating like a factory of speed. 4 drivers, all in the top 6. All scoring points, all finishing strong. Meanwhile, Joe Gibbs Racing? Only 1 driver, Christopher Bell, is even in the top 5. Hamlin? Inconsistent. Briscoe? Fading. Ty Gibbs? Still learning the ropes. You can talk about wins all you want, but here's the truth. Points don't lie. Standings don't lie. Patterns don't lie. While JGR spikes, HMS builds. While Gibbs lights a firework, Hendrick ignites a furnace. William Byron opened the season with a Daytona 500 win and hasn't looked back. Kyle Larson just slammed Homestead into the history books. Alex Bowman is driving like a man possessed, leading races, avoiding mistakes. And Chase Elliott, who's still warming up, is already sitting in striking range. This is how dynasties form. Not in flashes, not in chaos, but in methodical, team-wide control. You can't fake this level of performance. You can't luck your way into 4 cars in the top 6. And you definitely don't stumble into it 6 races in a row. This is what happens when everything clicks. And if the standings are any indication, we're not watching a season unfold. We're watching a takeover take shape, 1 point at a time. Joe Gibbs Racing's flash versus Hendrick Motorsports' firepower. Let's not sugarcoat it. Joe Gibbs Racing is in trouble. Sure, they've got 3 wins on paper. Sure, Christopher Bell has been red hot. But take a step back and ask the question nobody in their camp wants to answer. Where's the rest of the team? Bell is running like a one-man army. But this isn't a solo sport. This is NASCAR. And while Bell wins, the rest of JGR looks lost. Denny Hamlin? One week he's a contender, the next he's buried in 17th. Ty Gibbs? Still more potential than performance. Chase Briscoe? Let's be honest, he's not moving the needle. This isn't depth. This isn't dominance. This is desperation disguised as flash. They're surviving on bursts. Brief moments where Bell carries the banner while everyone else hopes not to fall apart. But there's no backbone, no structure, no sustained threat. Compare that to Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick Motorsports isn't just running well, they're running together. Larson doesn't just win, he finishes races with teammates breathing down his neck. Byron isn't just fast, he's methodical, leading the points like it's second nature. While JGR celebrates its wins, HMS owns the podium. While Gibbs posts highlights, Hendrick builds momentum. One team is fighting for weekends. The other is engineering a season. And here's the brutal truth JGR fans don't want to hear. They're not in a slump. They're exposed. The wins don't tell the whole story, because Bell can't carry the weight of 3 other cars. And when the playoffs arrive, depth matters. Team chemistry matters. Execution across every garage stall matters. Right now, Joe Gibbs Racing is playing checkers, while Hendrick Motorsports is playing chess with 4 queens on the board. And unless something changes fast, Gibbs isn't just falling behind. They're being left behind. Because this isn't a flash in the pan season for HMS. It's a full-blown campaign of destruction. And every race, they don't answer back. Hendrick just tightens the grip. This isn't just another season. It's a statement. One team has seized control of the narrative. Not with talk. Not with hype. With results. Hendrick Motorsports has planted 4 drivers firmly in the front of the field. And they didn't get there by accident. This is strategy meeting execution. Talent backed by structure. Week after week, they show up not just to compete, but to dictate the pace of the sport. No gimmicks. No desperation. Just relentless pressure. Meanwhile, their biggest rival, Joe Gibbs Racing, is being forced into a reactive stance. A team once known for depth is now clinging to a single driver while the rest struggle for relevance. This isn't balance. It's a power shift. And as the season pushes forward, one reality becomes impossible to deny. Hendrick isn't just having a good stretch. They're redefining what dominance looks like in modern NASCAR. The warning signs are already out there. The momentum is real. The threat is growing. And if the rest of the field doesn't respond soon, they won't be chasing Hendrick. They'll be chasing shadows. What do you think of Hendrick Motorsports' dominance? Let us know in the comments.